happens when a guy who flips burgers for a living steps onto the biggest stage in the world, opens his mouth, and completely shatters every single expectation in the room. You get an audition so hauntingly beautiful, so impossibly perfect, that it genuinely feels like a glitch in the Matrix. When Bird and Byron walked out for their America's Got Talent 2026 audition, nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. They looked like two regular guys from Columbus, Ohio, but the moment the first lyric left Bird's mouth, the entire atmosphere changed. It didn't just move the audience, it left the judges in tears, sent shockwaves through the internet, and had people asking, how can a voice this grand, this timeless, be hidden away in a fast food restaurant? Today we are diving deep into the massive public reaction surrounding Bird and Byron's viral performance of their original song, I'll Always Be There. We're going to look at why the internet is calling this a generational talent reveal, the hilarious theories about where this voice actually came from, and why millions of people are completely obsessed with this audition. But before we break down how they pulled off the ultimate time travel trick on national television, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching this reaction from right now? Are you tuning in from the United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, the Philippines, or somewhere else across the globe? Drop your country in the comments below, and while you're down there, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for public reaction so you never miss our deep dives into the internet's most unforgettable moments. Let's look at the setup, because the contrast here is pure gold. When the judges start their usual chat, we find out Bird works at a burger joint and Byron restores vintage jukeboxes in his free time. Now, looking back, a lot of people online pointed out that Byron's hobby was actually a massive Easter egg for what was about to happen. Someone beautifully noted that Byron spending his free time fixing up old jukeboxes makes total sense because they were literally about to drop a piece of music that sounded like it lived inside one of those vintage machines since 1955. It's the ultimate foreshadowing, but before the music started, the room was just casual. The judges had no idea. They expected maybe a nice little indie folk cover or a sweet acoustic melody. The collective public consensus is that the sheer level of casual energy they exuded made the impending vocal explosion 10 times more shocking. When you see a guy standing with his hands tucked coolly behind his back, looking like he's just waiting for a bus, you do not expect a voice that could rival the greatest soul legends of the 20th century. And let's talk about the support in the room. The moment the camera panned to Bird's mother in the audience, the internet absolutely melted. People everywhere were quick to point out that no one on this planet will ever root for you harder than your own mother. Seeing her beam with pride before a single note was played set an emotional baseline for what was about to become an absolute masterclass. Then the music starts. Byron strikes a beautiful resonant chord, and Bird hits the first note. Boom! Total shift in reality. The audience reaction was instantaneous. People described that exact moment as a complete jaw-dropper. One fan put it hilariously, saying that 1 minute they were fully dressed watching TV, and the next, that voice came on like a total clothes peeler, demanding absolute breathless attention. The public discussion around his tone has been fascinating. Many are drawing comparisons to the absolute greats. Some people say they instantly heard the iconic soaring power of Steve Perry from Journey. Others swear they felt the smooth, heartbreaking soul of David Ruffin from The Temptations, or the legendary warmth of Smokey Robinson. It's this wild, beautiful multiverse of vocal textures that somehow sounds entirely unique to Bird. What's truly driving the internet crazy is how effortless it looked. He isn't straining. He isn't doing wild acrobatics up and down the scale just to show off. He is singing with an incredible, pristine pitch that Howie Mandel rightly called hauntingly perfect. Many viewers have pointed out a fascinating detail about the performance style. Bird sings with this deep internal ache. It almost feels like he is crying while maintaining flawless vocal control. It's a rare gift to convey that much raw, unadulterated pain and reassurance at the exact same time. The lyrics of their original track, I'll Always Be There, written during a time of intense loneliness and personal trouble, completely transcended the stage. The public reaction confirms it. People weren't just listening to a melody, they were actively feeling the weight of every single word. Now, while Bird's vocals are grabbing the headlines, a huge portion of the community is making sure Byron gets his well-deserved flowers. A lot of seasoned musicians in the comments pointed out how brilliant the instrumentation actually was. Byron's guitar work wasn't just a simple backing track, it was a masterclass in restraint. He created this lush, rich, atmospheric cradle for the vocals to rest in. Fans noted that you can tell Byron is an absolute beast on the guitar who could completely let loose and shred if he wanted to, but he chose exactly what the song needed to make it magical. The chemistry between the two is undeniable. They look like they belong together on a classic vinyl record album cover. And can we talk about Simon Cowell's reaction? Experienced AGT viewers know the golden rule. When Simon smiles like that, with pure, unbothered artistic satisfaction, while a performance is still happening, you know you are witnessing something historic. The judges were almost stunned into silence when the song ended. Sofia Vergara went as far as calling it the most perfect audition she's seen the entire season. This has sparked a massive debate online. A huge wave of viewers are shouting from the digital rooftops that this should have been an automatic golden buzzer. People are arguing that we've seen plenty of good acts get the confetti this year, but nothing quite this brilliant, raw, and completely ready for Top 40 radio. One fan summed it up perfectly, stating that while some acts are golden even without the buzzer, this particular performance was straight up diamond. The fans are already fiercely protective of them. People are jokingly begging Bird to stop selling burgers immediately, while others are playfully advising him to drop the fast food employee aesthetic and get hooked up with a high-end fashion stylist to match his epic, timeless sound. The consensus is unanimous. These guys sound like they are already performing inside a multi-million-dollar recording studio, even while standing on a chaotic reality TV stage. So, to answer the massive question posed by their incredible debut, how did a talent this massive remain hidden in a local Ohio burger joint? The payoff is beautiful. It turns out they weren't entirely hidden. They've been grinding, playing local student houses, opening for indie bands, and knocking on doors for 7 long years. The music industry might have been sleeping on them, but their AGT audition just blew the doors completely off the hinges. They aren't just contestants anymore. The public is already declaring them the ultimate dark horse to win the entire competition of AGT 2026. Bird and Byron proved that true soul never goes out of style. They took an entire modern auditorium and seamlessly transported them to a beautiful bygone era. Now, I want to turn the conversation over to our amazing community. Do you think Bird and Byron were totally robbed of a golden buzzer? Do you agree that they have what it takes to win the entire show this season? And what did you think of that original song? Sound off in the comments below. Let's get the discussion rolling. Don't forget to like this video if it gave you chills all over again. Subscribe to Public Reaction for more deep dives into your favorite viral moments, and share this video with someone who loves real, authentic music. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.